Hello, good morning, and welcome to Sunrise Sports on 3FM 92.7. I am Kelvin Owusu Ansah. Before we get into the stories, let's give thanks to Mega 6 Lotto, bringing us sports on Sunrise. 6 numbers can change your life with Mega 6 Lotto. What would you do if you won 1 million Ghana cedis today? With only 49 numbers to choose from, Mega 6 Lotto offers you the chance to win exciting prizes. Don't forget to play before 5 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Dial *266# or download the iOS and Android apps on mega6lotto.com to play. Mega 6 Lotto is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority. Now let's begin from the camps of the Ghana Black Queens, and after drubbing the She Amavubi of Rwanda 7-0 in the first leg of the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier in Kigali, the Black Queens will play the return fixture at the Accra Sports Stadium today at 3 p.m. A match expected to be a walk in the park for Ghana, but head coach Nora Hoptel wants to see more from her team. She spoke to the media after the team's final training session on Monday.
There's not a secret. There's a lot of work behind. First, of course, you need to congrats the players. They, in the end, are on the pitch and take the right decisions. We have a big staff which we work very professional behind in the analysis, in the game planning, a lot of individual talks, also video analysis. So there's a lot of work, and this is in the end the secret. Yes, we are proud that we scored so many goals, but even more proud to have a blank sheet behind. We also invest a lot in the defense, and I think until now the game plan gripped, but also the players really transmitted it well. We have a game plan which we slightly adapt, and of course also there we look then for players and position which work in function to our game plan. So probably there will be a little surprise tomorrow.
Well, hoping for a little surprise today, but Nora Hoptel also gave an update on team news, the players who are available for selection this afternoon.
Until today, all the 23 players are fit and ready to go. We need to hold with their horses, so they are really waiting to perform tomorrow. Normally they also get in the final decision tomorrow in the pre-match meeting who is announced to be in the 18 squad, and they don't know it yet. So we also take a bit impression of the last training, and then we take the final decision in the staff.
So that is Nora Hoptel, the head coach of Ghana's female national team, the Black Queens. Now, should Ghana qualify, the Black Queens will meet Namibia in the next round. Ahead of the game, Mure Kwampov has been very happy with the performance of the Black Queens under Nora Hoptel, 6 victories without conceding a goal. He shares a few details.
Nora has been visiting the players at their various clubs just to get an understanding of where they are, their environment, just help with regards to motivation and the importance that these players feel when you see your coach in the stands watching you and all that. And then there's the second point where there's the right mix of youth and experience, where you're looking at a team where there's still that core from the Black Queens. You're looking at Janet Ejiri, Linda Sean, and then the likes of Evelyn Bedu, who have now come in, Doris Bedua, Stella Nyamiche, who started at the under-20 Wafu here in Ghana. There's that feeling that if you work hard, you get into the team. And even Linda Sean herself, despite her experience, she's not starting games and didn't even play against Rwanda. And so it's not necessarily that the fact that you are the older player, you have to start the game. It's about who is on form, who is playing well. That's why you're seeing young players like Evelyn Bedu, Doris Bedua dominate and start games even though they are really young. I remember speaking to the Black Queens goalkeeper, Cynthia Conlan, where she said that Nora has ensured that the team feels like a family, where the older players welcome the young ones and treat them as if they are age mates, and it helps with settling and bonding within the team. And you can see that even on the pitch, how they relate to each other. Everyone seems happy and smiling within the Black Queens camp.
So that is it there from my colleague Mure Kwampov with a bit of details on the Black Queens. Now dropping down to the Ghana Premier League, Accra Lions recorded an early goal to defeat Legon City's 1-0 at the Wafa Park in Sugakope in match week 2 of the Ghana Premier League. That was the final fixture for week 2. The victory means James Francis' side are top of the table, having recorded 4 points from their first 2 games. They held Mediama SC to a 2-2 draw in the league opener. Accra Lions are now first on the Ghana Premier League table. Despite winning, Accra Lions technical director Ibrahim Tanko believes his team can get better.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we have 2 half time and we have very good first half, and I should say very terrible second half time because we allowed them to press us in our half. And yeah, sometimes it's also good to take the 3 points even if you play bad. So I think it's very important for us these points today.
Could it be down to fitness or your opponents just threw the kitchen sink at you?
No, I don't think it's about fitness. I mean, this is a football. Sometimes you have a good first half. Sometimes you have a very bad second half. And I think, as I said, the most important thing is the 3 points today, and we have it, and we have to concentrate to the next game. Yeah, we are doing everything possible. We want to be consistent in the both half, first and second round. So we are working on it, and we're sure that this season is going to be better.
Well, promising that this season is going to be better. Ibrahim Tanko, head coach technical director for Accra Lions Football Club. Now, this assistant coach for Lagos City's Yusuf Amadou Tahiru believes the team will come good despite losing by that narrow margin.
Actually, my team actually played to what we asked them to do, but you all saw the hard luck. We had about 3 to 4 goals that we couldn't make it. In all, I mean, both teams played very well tactically, and then maybe 1 or 2 went wrong. That's why we didn't equalize and then carry the day. Yes, we played last week and we realized that this is our philosophy, although we don't want to put it here. You understand, when you are building a team, you know that these people will start the first half and then these people will finish the second half. But they actually played very well. Any player we bring in will play as we expect him to do. But all the same, they did very well.
Well, all the same, the team did very well. Now, let's take a look at the general statistics from match week 2 of the Ghana Premier League. 8 home victories recorded from the 9 games. There were no away wins and then 1 draw coming from the games. 17 goals scored, 14 home goals, and then 3 away goals in there from the 9 matches played in the Ghana Premier League. Hopefully this weekend we'll see us recording some away wins. Now to some foreign news, and Crystal Palace manager Roy Hodgson admits that Old Trafford is a bit special ahead of the Eagles' upcoming visit against Manchester United in the EFL Cup.
Old Trafford is a bit special. We are talking about one of the 2 biggest football clubs in the world. So even though they might not be firing on all cylinders, they're still going to look at a bench probably which has cost several hundred million, where our bench might contain a few players who've yet to play a Premiership match. So it'll be a very difficult game, there's no doubt. But it'll be a good experience. It'll be for those players who haven't had a chance and get a chance. It will be good for them to show what they can do at the very top level. And I believe enough in this team and this squad and our organisation to believe that whatever 11 I choose to play, we are capable of giving Manchester United a good game.
Expected to give Manchester United a good game tomorrow. Now, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola admits he is going to rest a lot of his players against Newcastle United in the EFL Carabao Cup. Well, he believes that despite that game is a bit tough and Newcastle will be coming in much stronger, he wants to see a fully fit squad for the rest of the campaign.
Some players have a lot of minutes they aren't going to play against Newcastle, that's for sure. So Carabao Cup is perfect when you are in the beginning of the season, because the game is a competition beginning of the season. You have all a squad, depth squad. For the guys that don't play regularly, they have to play 10 minutes. That's perfect. But you have a lot of injuries. I'm not going to waste 1% of energy for Carabao Cup, like Kyle Walker, for example, like Ruben, playing 90 minutes, national team 90 minutes, because they are exhausted already. And we cannot lose it. So that's why we're going to play with the guys who need it. Maybe for the academy, maybe for my back is getting better, maybe a few minutes. So we'll see.
Pep Guardiola there explaining things. Now moving on to the Netherlands, and the abandoned match between Ajax Amsterdam and Feyenoord will resume on Wednesday without spectators, the Dutch Football Association said on Monday. Ajax's home Eredivisie match against champion Feyenoord was abandoned on Sunday as fans threw flares on the pitch and mounted police used tear gas to disperse rioting fans outside the stadium. Ajax were trailing 3-0 in the second half when the game game was initially suspended in the 56th minute before being abandoned. The remaining minutes will now be played behind closed doors on Wednesday. Let's hear from that football expert Marcel van der Kraan.
The Ajax fans decided halfway through the first half to break the match open by throwing fireworks, big fireballs towards the goalkeeper on the pitch, but it was mainly meant to stop the game. They went in, came back out, and then just after half-time, we saw these big three huge flares landing on the pitch. Not possible to carry on with the match, and the spectators were told the match is for definite off and it will not be played any longer here, and please go home. But that was only the start, because after that, the hardcore of the Ajax side, the notorious F side, went to the main building, and they stormed with hundreds and hundreds. They stormed the glass entrance, which is really difficult to get into, but it did manage. Riot police on horses tried to push them away, but they did enter the building and wanted to go up to the boardroom. They want the boardroom sacked. These were chaotic scenes which are a shame on Dutch football. They are a shame on Ajax for the reputation they have in all those years. World famous, and then this happens.
Well, very disappointing there in the Eredivisie. Now back to women's football. England manager Sarina Wiegman says it will feel special but very strange to face her home nation, the Netherlands, in the Women's Nations League. Now Wiegman led the Netherlands to Euro 2017 glory on home soil before winning the European 2022 Championship with England at the Wembley. It is the first time she has returned to her homeland with her current side, and the teams will play in Utrecht. Well, Sarina Wiegman on facing her homeland.
Yeah, well, it's just very special to be here and to play the opponents. Of course, we know each other really well. I know the staff, most of the staff, because it didn't change that much, all the players. And in Netherlands, so yeah, lots of people will be in the stands that I know. Then you have some memories that will come back. It's just short, but of course you have to move on. We have an important game tomorrow, so we get focused on that game. Yeah, everyone's fit, everyone's available. So yes, one more session to go. We'll do here, and then then hopefully we still have everyone available.
So that is there from Sarina Wiegman ahead of this evening's game between the Netherlands and the England women's national team. Now let's give some updates on matches that will be coming up later today in the Spanish La Liga. Sevilla play against Almeria, and then Real Mallorca will be welcoming FC Barcelona. In the Italian Serie A, Juventus against Lecce, and in the French Ligue 1, Lille welcome Stade Reims. That'll be all for sports this morning on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. But let's give thanks to Mega 6 Lotto. 6 numbers can change your life. What would you do if you want 1 million Ghana cedis today with only 49 numbers to choose from? You can win a lot of exciting prizes. Don't forget to play before 5 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Dial *266# or download the iOS and Android apps on mega6lotto.com to play. Mega 6 Lotto is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority. My name is Kelvin Owusu Ansah. The Sunrise continues with Johnny Hughes and the rest of the team. Stay tuned.